No bullshit, I'll tell you the right mindset you need to have when it comes to improve your gaming videos. And it was easy to lose motivation and hope, especially when you spend so much time into your video and you kind of rush the editing at the end as well. But then the video ends up doing awful and you see the low numbers and not really being able to track any real progress. But what if I told you a simple mindset switch just like this one that can save you all that mental stress and anxiety and instead give you great results? This is something I've been doing for years without actually knowing the name of it. But before we get on to this golden rule, if you're interested in improving your gaming videos fast, then make sure to click the first link in the description below now. But you still might wonder, why should you listen to me? Well, unlike many of these YouTubers who start to preach how to edit gaming videos, I actually have a gaming channel myself, which goes by the name kelvistrike. I have over like 3,000 subscribers. I got lots of nice compliments and feedback from my viewers and people actually outside of my community as well. I've even been able to have like calls and meetings with high-level YouTubers who've seen my channel and actually approved of its quality as well. Of course, along the way of editing consistently since May 2022 up till now, it's like 2024 July or something. I had to find my own editing style by continuously testing new things, analyzing my favorite YouTubers and taking different elements that I like from them. But with that out the way, let's move on to the real reason you're here. Now, the single greatest mindset to improve your gaming videos is to have the infinite game mindset. This is actually something I learned from a course, but I'm pretty sure it's actually a book as well, which is called like the infinite game or whatever, or the infinity game. But it's basically to view things in a longevity sort of perspective than the short term. So basically what you need to do is you need to view editing as an infinite game. Like, it never ends. It's always going to continuously be a thing that's a part of your life, which means that you're going to be able to be way more consistent now and start to focus on not just one video that you made, but all the videos you're making along the way. This is going to help you to implement more improvements, like small incremental movements that, for example, in 30 days, you're going to see a huge difference to your videos. So you didn't focus on the now, but actually the future of your channel. Because imagine if you only focus on like your first 3 videos and you're like, oh, I hate my editing, it sucks, I'm not at this level yet. You're going to get nowhere. You need to view this as a game that never ends, okay? This is also the fun part when you make your own videos, since it's based off what you like or what you perceive this to be as, you know, your editing style, the different sort of clips you use, memes, whatever it may be. But I also want to talk about how this is another mindset that I personally used, but might not work for everybody, but might still work for you, is that I started viewing this whole editing and YouTube thing as a full-time job. I had my own breaks, you know, I had my own working hours, but that's a good thing that this is something I love to do, so it doesn't feel like such a hassle or thing. I'm like, oh, I gotta wake up and make a video, but actually my own sort of creative job that I have full control in. Like, I wake up at my own hours, at my own lunch break. Like, it really helped me stay disciplined and actually helped me put so much time into my videos and making them better. Because if someone messaged me, for example, like, oh, let's meet up or whatever, let's hang out, but I'm in my like sort of like YouTube working hours, I'm not going. Like, even though nobody's telling me to be here, nobody's telling me to make this video, it's still a standard I set for myself, because I don't just view this as a hobby, I view this as an actual future career. Now, if you're watching this, you're probably on the same sort of like mindset like me. Like, you don't just want to like have this as a hobby, you actually want to make great fucking videos and actually profit off that and live off of it. But it's also another good thing about being consistent is that you're gonna eventually find your constraint. Now, this is something that I've been really dialing in on for the past few months, which actually helped my channel by a mile. But the editing itself, like the content wasn't bad. A lot of people still complimented me about that like way back, but when I started focusing a lot more on the titles, the thumbnail, and the video itself, things started to go up a bit. Now, this is a great example I actually have that I learned from a course, but imagine 5 guys hiking, okay, and the 6th one, sorry, imagine 6 guys hiking, 5 guys are fit, and the last one is unfit, he's fat or whatever. Now, they're all gonna hike up a mountain or whatever. There's a guy that's leading, he's one of the fit guys, they're all climbing up, they're following him, whatever, but the fat guy is still here behind, slower than everybody. Now, you know, now they gotta wait for him to get up, so to stand there and wait, and while he's climbing, he's struggling, you know, he's a bit slower, it's not easy for him, he might like fall a little bit, and then he might go back it down and help him. But imagine now if we put the fat guy in the lead of this hike, and all the other fit guys behind him. Now they're all moving at the same pace, okay? Like, now everything's moving forward. It's not just fit guys and fat guy like staying behind, barely getting any sort of like incremental improvement. but he's now in the lead, and one of the guys knows he has a backpack on him, and they asked the fat guy, how about we take this off you so you're able to move a bit more faster, not being constrained by this weight. And he's like, oh, thank you, that feels a lot better. So now they're, you know, walking a bit faster, and now maybe one of them gives it like a bit of water or some fruit like a banana or something. Now it feels more energized. Now they're actually like running up this mountain or whatever, or this road, and now you can see that everybody's moving at an excellent pace, which means that everything's moving forward. Now if you don't get what I mean by this analogy, is that I might be able to skyrocket in my video editing, like the content of the video. I might have amazing titles, I might have amazing thumbnails, but my video ideas suck ass. Everything is excelling forward but my video idea, and that could be the thing that's holding me back by a mile. So putting that as the priority at first, focusing really on the video idea while everything else is good, like I don't really need to put that much attention to them since I've built up the skill for those different sort of categories. But if I really focused on the video and making that great and putting that in the lead, and then everything starts moving forward, then that's a constraint that's been dealt with. That's a constraint that's now been turned into something that helps you in your videos, which sets them out there and make them way better. For me, for a long time, it was video ideas, it was like thumbnails, it was the packaging as a whole, which I really had to like take a step back and look like, what am I doing wrong? Is this something I could improve? And this requires a lot of time, you know, it's not gonna be easy. Like you got to do a lot of deep diving, like whether it be through your analytics or journaling or kind of scrolling through your videos or looking at channels in your niche or outside of your niche, or with sub counts or whatever, and ask yourself, what is a potential constraint that I have that's holding me back from making good videos? And for example, your biggest constraint could even be your phone, bro. Like this could literally be the thing that's holding you back. And when you start actually like dissecting, understanding like why it's holding you back, and because the notifications, you start turning that off. Maybe you throw your phone into another room, and then you notice that everything excels. Like you're able to sit down, be more disciplined, focus, and really lock in on your craft. But it's almost like a very big thing that's helped me, and I think that will help a lot of people, because you can still excel in a whole different areas, but one thing that's left behind might really be the thing that's holding back from like making fantastic videos. But also one of the most important things is to, of course, stay true to yourself. Okay, you might edit and create videos that are supposed to get a lot of views, that come off like a lot of clickbaity and whatnot, but the thing is about staying true to yourself is that you're not going to attract a sort of viewership or fan base that like those sort of fake videos of yourself. Okay, I remember I got the suggestion once on stream that somebody asked me to react to like the new Eminem song, and you know, I'm a entertainment gaming channel, whatever, I do some reactions here and there, but I don't really fuck with Eminem like that, right? But he asked me to react to it and post it on YouTube, like it's easy views, like yeah, easy views. But let's say I did that, I reacted to it, it was fun, I posted on my main channel, I would get inauthentic viewers that would be on that channel and then just become dead subscribers. First of all, I don't really fuck with Eminem like that. He has few good songs though, I will admit, but two, I don't really post that sort of content. I try to keep my content mainly to gaming, which, you know, resonates with my authentic self of that channel and the way I edit my videos. Even if people might not resonate with the way you edit or try to storytell in your video, it really doesn't matter, because you filter those dumbass people out and you keep the main ones who fuck with you heavy, because that's the most important thing. Everybody's not gonna like your videos, everybody's not gonna like your editing style. Some people might adore it, some people might hate it, some people might think it's alright, some people might even think you're copying somebody else, okay, even though you had no idea they made similar videos. But the main point is that don't be afraid to add in things you would want in your video. Like especially if it's something like you go back and rewatch while you're editing your video, make sure to keep that in, because it's so valuable, whether it be funny or exciting, or intriguing, it resonates with you a lot. I actually want to show some examples of YouTubers I watched that stay consistent and stay true to their authentic style. Let's actually do with Ludwig again, bro. I remember I pulled up a video of him last video, but you know, here it was just kind of like random videos, but of course later on he started doing more content. You see here, like he never stops. He continued to post forever and ever and ever and ever and ever till this day. And I guarantee you, if he just gave up, he would not be where he is at today. Like you can see like the improvement in quality. Like you can literally see like he even got an artist here for a while. He started like blurring out the background, adding subtitles, fixing his titles, compared to like what, the first video here, dyeing my hair a random color. Like the thumb isn't really that great or anything. Of course he has a lot of views now because, you know, he's a very big YouTuber, but you can really see the incremental improvements here because he didn't stop. He kept on doing his own thing. He stayed authentic to his style and just being himself. You know, you can still see like he relatively like has the same sort of thumbnail style here. Like he kind of find the thing that works for him, which is great. It's another example of Chris Kenshin as well. You can see here he did like a lot of vlogs at the beginning, but then, you know, he started doing the horror game videos. And literally like right here, like nobody knew who he was, bro. Like nobody knew who he was. Do you really think he would like improve his editing if he gave up? Is the videos are getting no views. I don't really like the way I'm editing this shit. Let's just compare these thumbnails right now. So like his latest videos, it's a massive improvement. Like they're more colorful, they're more vibrant, they correlate better to the title, and of course now he's like one of the biggest like gaming YouTubers on this platform. But do you really think he would have gotten that far if he quit? If he did continuously improve, be himself, be authentic to his style, find out his constraints, know what he needs to switch up, being consistent? This one's actually one that's out of sort of gaming niche, but I actually watch a lot, like especially like Hamza's old videos here as well. Like I know his content nowadays has changed a lot, but like earlier on he talked about a lot of things that he was interested in and made videos on, which contributed to him and his fan base. But also the way he did his video, like I remember he went from having like not a lot of editing to then having like full-on animation and everything, and sort of like dialing it down to having no edits at all. But here's the thing, he did that because he felt authentic to his true self. He didn't want to make those videos anymore, even though they might not get like as many views anymore. He still stayed true to himself. Like this is very important. Like I'm telling you right now, just don't try to always chase the views. Okay, like I know, especially in our sort of niche, like the gaming entertainment niche, they kind of are important because, you know, views often correlate with more money because the AdSense or whatever, unless you have like a product and everything. But the point is that you need to stay as authentic to yourself as possible, because if you keep on staying true to yourself, you will be unique in your own space. You'll have found out your own editing style, making videos you're actually proud of, understanding different sort of ways to improve and tweak and go back and be like, okay, maybe instead of putting this clip in, maybe let's use that, or let's actually fix the pacing this time around because this video didn't perform as well. I'm telling you, not having this mindset will make everything 10 times harder. I guarantee you. People quit so early on after seeing no views, not feeling confident about their videos. But how the hell will you end up being confident or get the views if you quit? You gotta view this whole thing as an infinite game that never ends. But here's the good part. It's your own creative craft. You are the one that creates your videos in the eyes of you and improve them every single time. If you made this far into the video, you definitely want to take this whole gaming editing seriously. So make sure to click the first link in the description below right now if you want to fast track your progress. Check out my gaming channel as well if you want to watch my gaming related content where I play like a whole bunch of games, like mostly Pokemon, and also stream on the side as well. But without further ado, let's keep improving.